Hi, it's Stuart Sutton at eXp Realty. Hope you're having a great 2022 so far. You're probably here to watch this video because you saw a post or an online ad or received a mailing about experience in Berry Creek. And you saw some information there that showed you how dramatic experience can benefit you when it comes to the profits you take from the sale of your home. Let's take a look at some variables. The reason experience in Berry Creek is so valuable is because of the variables. Valuation is something you need to absolutely be positive that your agent is familiar with. There are different sections in Berry Creek. There are custom builders and non-custom builders. The non-custom builders, different levels of quality. So when it comes to marketing Berry Creek, what are buyers looking for? What does Berry Creek offer? How familiar are they? Negotiation, I'm going to hit that one really hard because that plays a huge role in the increase in profits I'm able to get from my sellers. And then the contract to close can vary in Berry Creek as well. You've got the Berry Creek mandatory deed fee and the HOA in some sections. So let's take a quick look. First of all, pricing your Berry Creek home is absolutely crucial in this market. You've got to know the mindset of today's buyers. Now, Berry Creek's not like every other neighborhood. It's not like the overall market. How many homes are going for over asking? How many homes are selling at asking or below? Or how far above asking? We know that information. We know those details. We know where to price you based on today's buyer's mindset. Now, if you price a little too high, you're not going to get any offers. I've seen it too often. If you price too low in a super hot market like this, yes, it'll get bid up, but you could still leave money on the table. And you don't want to do that when you're in a situation where you can get the very most you can get. And that's a historical market like this. So you've got to be very careful not to price too high because you'll cost yourself money and time. Pricing too low, you'll leave money on the table. Here's something else I'm going to point out about pricing. If an agent really focuses on price per square foot, I would maybe think twice about that. Because in Berry Creek, price per square foot varies widely, over $100 a foot from low to high. So understanding the value of the home, the location, the amenities in Berry Creek is very, very important. Location, niches, restrictions, and performance. What do I mean by that? Well, you may have noticed that in some areas of Berry Creek, you have wood privacy fences. In some areas, you only got wrought iron. Restrictions are different in the different sections of Berry Creek. Some sections of Berry Creek have an HOA, some have a mandatory deed fee, some have both, some have neither. So what is the situation with your home in Berry Creek? And how is it performing compared to other sections of Berry Creek? I hope that makes sense. Now I'm going to hit real hard on this one because this one is very important. When it comes to negotiation, experience plays a key role. I've been through 3 real estate booms and 3 real estate busts. In the mindset of the buyer and the negotiation in those markets can vary dramatically. In a normal market, there are 5 major traps that buyers and buyer's agents, and these are if they're savvy, will try to put you into as a seller. Now, most of those, not all of them, but most of those have been set aside in a super hot market like this, and there's one overriding major important rule to follow. And this rule is the reason that most of my sellers make so much more money than the average homeowner who sells their home. And I'll be happy to share that with you in detail and why it's so crucial to use in this market. The number one rule of negotiating in a hot market and why most agents break that rule and don't even know it. The preparation, I'm going to go over a few more things real quick. Preparation, investing in you and your home. We do hire an inspector. And if anyone tells you you shouldn't have an inspector, I hope you'll see some of my other videos to see how important that is. It's absolutely, there's no downside, literally no downside to getting an inspection. Many, many benefits to having a pre-inspection. And every house doesn't need it. It's not certainly something that is mandatory when you list your home with us. But we do invest our money, our cash, into getting your home ready to get you the maximum profits you can. Showing your home at its best. Typical scenario as an agent will bring in a photographer, have some pictures and a virtual tour. We provide multiple videos because videos are so important in today's environment, including 3D videos that buyers can walk through using 3D goggles or on their phone, tablet, or computer. Bottom line is that it's the very best way for them to see your home unless they were inside the house. And they love it. The reason a lot of agents don't use it is because it's not cheap. But we add it to the aerials and the voiceover that we use. Why aerials? Well, because Berry Creek is such a unique subdivision within the Georgetown community. We do like for buyers to see how the home is laid out, the privacy, if there is privacy, and a buffer between houses or behind the house, or whatever the case is. And the voiceover video allows me to be an advocate for you so that I can point out the attributes of the home. I'm not picking on agents, but usually when an agent brings a buyer to your home in Berry Creek, quite sincerely, a lot of times it's the first time they've even been in Berry Creek, or it may be the first time in years. Do you know over 111 agents did business in Berry Creek last year? That's why I'm focusing on experience in Berry Creek and why it's so important. Promotion, attracting buyers for Berry Creek. Again, Berry Creek is unique in Georgetown. There's no doubt about it. It's really one of a kind. It's got an incredible tax rate, wonderful location for schools, Pedernales Electric. We started specializing, and I've been in the real estate business most of my adult life, and you can tell by looking at this video that has been a while. But I started specializing in Berry Creek about 8 years ago, and have sold more homes in Berry Creek in the last 7 years than any other agent. So the experience I have can definitely benefit you. If you want to see more about Berry Creek, see berrycreekhomes.com. You can see statistical information at berrycreekstats.com. Again, experience is absolutely crucial. And I'm going to go back to one slide. The number one rule that most agents break in negotiation in this super hot market can be very costly for you. So if you have any interest in that and want to know what that's all about, please feel free to contact me, text, call, email. Happy to help in any way I can. Again, Stuart Sutton, thanks so much for taking the time to listen. And remember, it's your choice, so make it a powerful day. Bye-bye.